Hey you going guys, today I'm just going to show you my R31 hydro mount that I made for bolting around the shifter, so you can mount your Chinese hydraulic handbrakes in a pull type configuration on the driver's side. And this will also allow you to retain the factory handbrake, so you still have a park brake for, you know, putting it on the trailer and day-to-day duties. Typically most people use these Chinese hydraulic handbrakes for them. That's what they're designed for, but you'll be able to fit pretty much any hydraulic handbrake. You'll have to re-drill this part of the mount to make that happen. As you can see, the base is 6mm plate, 6 through holes for bolting to the floor, and 4 tapped holes for bolting the hydraulic handbrake to the base. Hardware wise, you can see it comes with 4 M8 buttonhead cap screws, and they'll bolt the hydraulic handbrake to the mount, and 6 flat washers and 6 M6 buttonhead cap screws, and they'll be what holds the mount to the floor. Right, to now start fitting it to the kit. I like to put the hydraulic handbrake onto the mount first. As you can see, when you sit it over, you'll get access to the back bolts, but it'll be very hard to get access to the front bolt, so we'll have to pull it apart. You may have noticed that I run the RB Gang laser cut hydro handles. The original handle only comes up to about here, so this goes up to 1/2 meter. Comes up right next to the steering wheel, makes it nice and easy to pull. If you're interested in one of these, I do too. So that I do it in powder coated black, and then I do them blue zinc plated as well. So both the same, both the bolt and replacement. So to get started, we'll have to disassemble this so we can sit it in. Being Chinese, it was pretty much finger tight to start with, so it shouldn't be too hard. Now that we've got the hydro unit disassembled, we're going to fit the base of the unit to the hydro mount. I'm going to secure it on with these M8 buttonhead cap screws, so they just go on these 4 holes. Then just tighten them up while you've got clear access to them. Okay, putting it back together, I'm actually going to swap this master cylinder for a trailer brake one. As you can see, the cylinder is a lot more compact, even though it's the same bore and the same stroke. It's just going to be easier to fit down the side of the seat with the smaller cylinder. So we're going to put this one on. Then we're just going to pilfer all the bits off this one, so we can put my handle back on it, and we can put the handle back in it. Now we can go fit it to the inside of the car. Now that we're in the interior, you'll see that you have to pull the trims out and the console out. You can leave the handbrake in, and you can leave the gear stick in. I don't have one, that's why you don't see one. So once it's all complete, we'll be able to just shimmy it in here. And you can see that with the much smaller cylinder, it's much easier to fit beside the seat. It does push on the seat a little bit, and I've slightly bent the park brake over to clear the cylinder, so it'll still work and you won't be catching your finger on it when you pull it. Now we can go back about putting the trims back together. So we're going to put our rubber dust cap back on. And that's where these M6 button heads and flat washers come into it. So once you get a hole lined up, get it started, because it makes it easier to get the rest in. Once you wheeled it around a bit and got all the holes to start, you can start clamping it down. It will have to go down pretty tight, otherwise it'll flex and it'll start to feel weird when you pull the handbrake. So if this was a track car and you didn't really want to run an interior, because most of them don't really run an interior, that would be the extent of it. But if you're kind of wanted to keep a much tidier track car, or potentially even a street car, you'll have to trim the back corner of your console out. So it's a bit of trial and error to get it to fit nice, and once it's cut, it just slides back in. I'll create another video to show you how to fit the dual caliper hydro line. If you're running an inline setup, you would most likely use the original cylinder because it has the 2 ports, and then you could run your lines down in the gap and through under the console to the master cylinder and run it inline like that. But I've got Hell to make me an R31 specific dual caliper line, which is ADR approved and comes in all the different colours that we can order off their site. So I'll make another video to show you how to fit that once I've got the dual calipers on the back. But as you can see, you'll still be able to use the shifter if I had one. Then you'll have your handbrake in, and you'll have your park brake in, and you'll get all your trims back in, and you'll still be able to move the seat forwards and backwards. So if you're interested in one of the units or one of the hydro handbrake handles, just jump onto my eBay store or my Shopify store. Shopify is probably easiest to go through my Facebook page, so if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, then I'll have a link to the store, and you can just check out on the store and check out all the other R31 parts. So I've pretty much got a full R31 dual caliper kit listed at the moment, so you'll be able to buy a handle, a base, dual caliper hydraulic line, and one of the 3 pairs of dual caliper brackets all in one transaction, and should be able to fit it all in one weekend. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.